rappers, so I used to take their songs and start making food songs out of them. Like, when they used to say, "So you at the crossroads, so you won't be home. I feel you won't be lonely." I used to like say you at McDonald's, so you won't be hungry. So I started doing that, and then after that, I started branching off into like making my own songs and all that. So I think I finally went to the studio. I think my homeboy at the time took me to my first recording studio. This was in 1999 up in this.
Okay.
So I started doing music from there.
Wow. So you've been doing this at a really early age, Jack. It's like you said, you jumped out the womb. You said with your tap dance on.
Facts. You already.
Sharon. So where did the rap game, when you jumped into the rap game, like, I mean, we all know we was coming up and we got cats and some of us can spit better than others, whatever the case is. But I've been hearing a little stories from Sonny. She been telling me about, about y'all battle rapping days, you know what I mean? And
look, let me break it down.
Right, break it down too.
How I met this king. So man, I used to do music, of course. Y'all know back in the day, battle rap at Roosevelt High School. That's where we, I started, and just young and different things like that. And they had this thing called High Point Cafe where you could actually call in every Monday to Q955. And so one day I heard G on the radio and he started dissing a person named Alizé. I'm thinking he talking about me because my name was Alizé back in the day. I was given that name personally, in high school. And so I'm like, yo, who is this cat? I'm like, he just at me. Didn't know who he was, none of that stuff or anything like that. And so we just started going at it on the radio, like back and forth every Monday night, giving them ratings. Like they would call it when G called in, they'd be like, "Hey, and she was talking about your mama," and this and that. And so they kind of enjoyed like the entertainment of us, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. And then when I finally met G one-on-one, I think we had met at the mall. Yeah. And he was like, "Hey, I ain't never heard a girl spit like you."
But wait, let's back it up. So at some point, G, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you got lyrics and all of that.
Yeah.
What drew you to the battle rap aspect of the game? You know what I'm saying? Because you got some cats that want to be singers and lyricists, whatever case. You came through the door with Battle Tanks wanting to destroy. I'm saying, you tell me, man, how that got started.
So I've always been a competitive spirit, even if I play video games right now, I destroy a little kid and be like, don't you ever pick up these sticks up in this one? But now I've always been competitive. So, in high school and everything, we used to beat on the table, battle rap, it was always fascinating to me, from even back in the day. So like Alizé said, when High Point came around, which was on our radio station at the time, 95.5, me and this one guy named Blaze, that's my boy now, Blaze Up, we was going at it, and I was dissing. So like she said, somebody else named Alizé, and then one day she just called in this. I'm like, who is this little? What's going on with So then, they even gave us the personal radio station number, so we could get straight through, what I'm saying? But man, so like back in the days, I used to do, battle rap competitions. I've always loved the aspect of battling, just being competitive, So.
And I appreciate you for letting me get on some of your tracks too.
We got
collaborate.
But yeah, man, and then I just started. I became a professional battle rapper. Also, probably I think 2006, if I'm not mistaken. We probably was doing battle rap in St. Louis. We started doing like battle rap at the African Palace here. Whoever know about the African Palace, it's prestigious. Also at the Real High Point, cafe. It was just like the shelter, like y'all seen on 8 Mile. So everybody who was somebody came to the High Point to battle. So then I got paid to travel all the way around the world and battle. I got to see almost every part of the United States for free. Got flown out, paid the battle and everything. So I loved it.
Yeah, that's real talk. Me personally, I've always was intrigued when I see two cats go mano a mano when they go into battle. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that I want to know is, I know there's been times when you battle somebody and they hit you with some real heat. You know what I'm saying? And how you process in your mind real quick and how you come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that take to do? How do you do that? You know what I mean? Like, for those of us that don't know, I want you to tell the story, man, of how that's done in your mind. You know what I mean?
Have you ever messed up? You know?
Man, look, never. But look, I love it. Some people hate it. I don't know. It's something about like me, like I said, even going around the United States, it's something about being in an environment where everything is against me. I love it. I don't know why I love it. I love it. I be like, I'm gonna make these people get on my side. And God has blessed me with a talent to be able to freestyle a rebuttal. Like for like one when somebody, like you just said, somebody hit me with something and it shake the room. I loved it because I gained it back on my side. Like I was battling the artist from here, his name Young Ill, salute to Young Ill. So when he was battling me, he was like, he was like, your friends ain't have money to bet on you. That's a fucking shame. And then he had some money. He said, here goes some money. You fucking bum. Bring me back my fucking change. And then the crowd went wild, right? It went wild. But I loved it. So I came back. I was like, hey, you already know that I stop and shoot dummies. Nigga, pick up your mama prostitute money. You know what I'm saying? So, the crowd back over. So like anytime anybody hit me, I never get nervous because I always know I could come back with whatever they say that's gonna rock the crowd. I always know I'm gonna come back with something better to diffuse that and then keep going. So.
Now I have to ask because I know when y'all do these different battles and different things like that, I know some are top on the top of the dome, but I know I mean, I know some people write theirs too before they get to that. So I mean, like, can you tell if somebody wrote something or
Yeah,
not when you're in a battling thing?
nowadays you better write something. So the league owners they pay you to write. You know that's why they let you schedule your battle out 2-3 months. They want you to write now. You know it's not like back in the days when we used to come off the top of the head. But me, I haven't. I'm retired for now. Unless something comes spark my interest.
Right.
They've been trying to get me back in the ring for about 3 years now, but I do both though. So if I am booked, I'm gonna write, but I'm also gonna freestyle too. But yeah, they pay you too right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure there's been situations where you hit somebody so hard that they now really want to. They forgot about the rap part of it. They now want to get physical. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
They want to take it outside and shit, some shit below the stage or whatever, in the closet or something. Mm-hmm. How you handle that part of it, man? So, I mean, I kind of already know, but I want you to tell everybody.
I'll say this: you should not, like everybody know, you shouldn't get in this sport if you do not got thick skin. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, right. It's a sport, anything goes. But like you said, there are times that people want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So I've only dealt with that probably during my first battle where our cliques was fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said back in the day. But other than that, I haven't been into like any drama where anybody wanted to.
Okay.
I done said some crazy stuff though, where it should have wanted to fight me. But I remember I made this one white guy cry, because I was talking about he had cystic fibrosis, and I was talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, my mama said next time somebody, talk about that."
Hey, G got them rhyme
plays. They gonna be right now.
Because I didn't have him. He didn't hit me with a low blow a couple of times. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up.
But no, I ain't never been. Other than that, I ain't never been in like no fight. Like I've been fortunate for everybody look at it as a sport. Like a lot of times we shake hands out and go eat and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no question. So obviously that worked out really well for you because they paid you to do that.
Right, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
How did that transition into music? Like, I mean, because everybody, let me just say this. There's a whole lot of cats out here that can rap, that can battle rap, they can do different things, but they don't know how to make songs. They don't know how to make music. You know what I'm saying? How did you transition into being able to make music?
And once again, it is God, the Lord. Like, I don't know, like you said too, like people, there's so many people who are battle rappers where they do a song, they just take that same formula into music and it don't work. You can't be all gritty and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, with me, I guess it's for the people who I looked up to as artists like Eminem, DMX, Tupac, Bone. like I learned how to, take stories, transition them, be harmonized, be more soft, like you can't take them same punchlines and aggressives in song music, but a lot of people don't know how to do that, Some are blessed, some ain't. So I was just fortunate from God to be able to know how to separate the two.
No question.
Okay. And so like even in school, like did you take any type of instrument, or do you play any instrument for school? Like
I ain't never been in the band or none of that type of stuff.
okay.
I've always just loved writing, and like when Eminem came out, he the one shaped me into the artist I am today, because I learned the technical side of rhyming, how to blend in with the beat, sound rhyming, bending words, making this rhyme with this, patterns, lyrical
Absolutely.
type of stuff. So
Yeah, you gotta send me that track we did on his track.
yeah. I was say I'm go back, I'm go back,
Day.
I'm go back, I'm gonna go back.
What's the transition that you see from the way that you did music when you started? I mean, we know we always got to adapt. We always got to keep up. You know what I mean? What was the way that you had to adapt, or the transition from the way that you did music then to how you do music now?
That's a great question. That's a great question. So back then when I started, I felt I was mimicking what I've seen other artists doing.
Okay.
Like if I go back and listen to my old songs, which I keep out everything I've ever done from a kid on up to now. I'm rapping about, shooting people, killing people. I done killed probably 1 million dudes on the song. I done drove all the Ferraris and rapping about, driving in Benzes, and I'm catching the bi-state bus, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think as I start gradually changing, I start becoming me, because, we got so many people out here pretending to be other things, that it's a lot of people who can relate to you, the personal you. So I took it upon myself, I'm gonna say in 2000, I think 8 or 9, to just start being me. Like I barely cuss him. I probably said in the past 12 or 13 years, I done probably used 3 cuss words in a rap or something, I rap about, me getting my bachelor's degree, being a great director. I rap about life issues, what I'm going through. And anybody track I get on, I destroy them. Everybody like, that's great. And
that's what I
I
like.
try to lead by example. Like, what did I rap about on her? Just me going to school, doing this, but it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? So I try
and
to
that's what I like. Music that has a story. Music that where you're telling a story and you're actually telling what you've been through and what you went through, instead of all the other
stuff. A lot of people need that, because we got so much of the same material out there. Put some different stuff in the pot, and I think that's how I grew my audience, because I'm me. I don't fake in my raps at all. You know what I'm saying? Since 2008, I've just been me. Any song you see me on, you'll never hear me talk about killing somebody, rapping about money, cars, whole none of that, because that's not me. So I just rap about my real life, and people love it.
And no, that was absolutely a beautiful transition, because I mean, I get it, how you felt like you was mimicking other people, but those was the ones that began. You know what I'm saying? The people that you actually looking at is how you actually see how it's done. You know what I'm saying? How do you kind of derive which style is yours until you come into your own? Because you got to remember, you did this when you kind of like a youngster, so you kind of haven't figured out a way to, or figured out who you was yet. What was your strengths yet? You know what I'm saying? And so it's beautiful, man, that you kind of recognize that and was like, yo, let me kind of step into my zone. You know what I'm saying? Let me put you on the G Souldier block, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Real talk. Yeah.
So after that, man, you got into producing. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously you was always a writer. You know what I'm saying? What's one of the things that you enjoyed the most doing? I mean, I know you do a whole lot of stuff, but what's the thing that you enjoy doing most, man? If there is something.
Let me tell you how I got into film.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so like I said, I was doing music my whole life. Well, even let me tell you about this before I get into that. Even with the transition of music, like I started caring more about my music. So I had this song, which is the greatest song I feel like I ever wrote. It's called Teardrops. Go check it out, y'all. It is online. But with that song, I remember I was working at GC Services, and I had wrote the first verse. I was just sitting at my desk, doing bill collecting and all this. But I was sitting at my desk. I wrote the first verse, and I was like, "This verse is so powerful to me that I will never finish it until I find the right beat." And then I did not find the right beat till like 10 years later, and I finished the second and third verse, and it turned out to be one of my greatest songs. I remember I went to this. It was a summit in Detroit, and I wasn't supposed to get paid, and then they were just like, "Hey man, we want you to perform." So I did this song. Whole crowd was crying. They was like, "Man, we ain't supposed to pay you nothing, but here go $500 up in this piece."
Look at that.
So I love it. But let me get into filming. So I was tutoring and mentoring for AmeriCorps for one year. This was like 2011. So then after that, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just sitting there watching ESPN First Take every day. And then God hit me with epiphany. I was like, I want to make movies because I've always looked at movies for the technical side instead of the entertainment, like the shot selection, the storytelling, the character development. So I hadn't been to college in 10 years because I went to college 10 years before, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I messed up in college. I was like, but now I knew what I wanted to do. So I was like, all right, I'm good. So I Googled who had the best film program, and it was Webster University. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go there. I went there. I was so ready. I was like, yes, get it. And they looked at my GPA. They were like, sir, you have a 1.4. You cannot come here. But they were like, they told me to go to a community college for a couple semesters to come back. But this time I knew what I wanted to do now. You know what I'm saying? God hit me. So this is why I say God is so good. He always lets you know you're doing the right thing. So I left there. I went straight to Forest Park Community College. And they had a program where if you had been to school in 10 years, that they would drop a lot of your bad grades off your.
Oh, okay.
So they dropped a lot of those off. I went there like 3 straight semesters, got straight A's. So with them dropping a lot of that off and me getting straight A's, I left with a 3.5. So I went back to Webster. I graduated from Webster with a 3.9. I was the only African American in the film program too, and that's how I started writing and directing movies.
That's dope.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Appreciate it. And then I look like, we got to do 2 films in college. So, you do your junior film and your senior thesis. And while these other kids, they was doing crazy, funny, stupid films, I knew that this was going to be like a resume for me when I left there. So just like in my music, I made my films powerful. I wrote a powerful film about bullying. I wrote a powerful film about gun violence and relationship drama. So when I made those films and left there, I took them to film festivals and I started winning awards, getting on TV, and that's how my film career started also.
That's super dope. And I want to go back to the degree part. Like, how important is that to you? Because I know some people, and actually, do you think that it's important for people to actually get degrees in certain things that they have where they can learn and different things like that? But not only that, some people they get a degree and then they don't study that line of work. So, I know people that have like film degrees, music degrees, and then they go off and do something else and get a 9 to 5. So explain like the importance of having it and, the importance around it.
Definitely. So the film degree to me was important. What's more important is it's great that you got the degree in film, but the most important part related to that is the experience. You should go if you're trying to be whatever you're trying to do, go to college for that experience. Because if I didn't get that experience, and of course, we got YouTube University where we can look up stuff. But you want to go there and get that. So when I did my films, I had a whole film team. We had to sit. I had classes where they taught us film from how it started to the end. When I did my films, everybody had to chip in. We had to learn about producers, location scouts. You know what I'm saying? Just assistant directors, the cinematographer. You have to learn all these different aspects of filmmaking, lighting, audio. Like some people just think you just pick up a camera, shoot, and it's it.
Oh
You
no.
gotta learn which light to shoot in when it's nighttime. How you gotta have this, you know what I'm saying? So I
We
think,
seen it hand first. It's important because
yeah,
we had recently just came from doing the film festival
Right.
with a lot of actors and different things of that stuff. So yeah.
yes,
And just to chime in what she said, because of the experience that we had, like well, I'm gonna speak for myself right now.
Mhm.
I can walk in a room and I can look around and I can see what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they had this whole big thing with the backdrop and
Yeah.
you know, and the red carpet thing going on and all that. But
Yeah.
I can look at it and I can tell where there was a lot of hot spots on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, the lighting. Yeah.
Plus, the lighting wasn't super cool. So I said to Sonny, I said, hey Sonny, I was like, we should do our shit over there in front of the fireplace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
And at first she was like,
Right.
yo.
So then I had ended up going over there to the little red carpet thing, and then they were taking pictures over there, and then I was like, well, no, I said, you know what? Let me go back over here to the fireplace because it's a nice setting. People like it, and then people were cold too, so they was like, oh yeah, this is warm over here too.
And I said it out to say this, like you said, from experience.
Yes.
By me being in these situations before, I can scan the room and I can tell
what
the best place and the best setting that will be not only but for us. You know what I'm saying? And we're not doing that formal, that button tie type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, hey baby, we over here on some different shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
And it kind of worked out. And then, like I said, even after Sonny seen it, and then we try to move, and then she didn't want to move now. She was like, no. I'm good over here.
Yeah, man. And people don't know it's rules to shooting. Like I say, people who don't have scripts and they just be like telling people what to do. Now you have to have a script, have to be memorized. Even a shot, it's rules to shooting. Like you have to start with the establishing shot, then you have to do the medium shot, this medium shot, close up. That's why you have to memorize the script, because you have to do them scenes probably like 10 or 12 times sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think the importance of it is too, like you have to have, like, even when you're a director and you're a producer, you got different producers, you got a director, you got, those people have to be in place too, because you just can't say, oh, go over here and do that. No, go get the director and go get the producer that know what they doing.
And G, I don't gotta tell you, you just can't wing it. You can't just
no.
And like, okay, well, we get ready to wing it. You know what I mean? I'm like, wing what, yo? You know what I mean? Like you gotta have it down to the smallest, minute thing. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have your shot together. Everybody gotta have a movement together. I mean, it's a whole different thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
You always gotta use the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Like
Get what I'm saying? So, that's real talk right there. So that's we gonna segment into a video that you did, because we talking about it, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, on how you really get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's called The Things I Hate. Just give us a little, like, a concept behind the video and all of that good stuff.
All right. So with the things I hate, that was more me unleashing on the people who slander my name. I hate it because, in life, I'm so busy and I'm so built. I don't give the people the energy, like I always hear things talk about me, like people I'd have helped out and still talk behind your back for no reason and all no reason. So I was like, let me do a song to get all this off my chest, because I never give it the time or energy no other time, period. So I was like, this is for y'all right here, and whoever feel some way about it, then yes, I'm talking about you. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you heard it first right here with Media Made Music.
For all my listeners, there you go, baby.
It's like I've done so much for everybody in the city here, and they still end up ungrateful, like to bite the hand to feed you. But how long can you love something that doesn't love you back?
I'm caught in between everything that I am. I can't look away, only you understand. I tried to deny that we'll crash in the end. We'll crash in the end. Crash in the end. Beg me to go and beg me to stay, 'cause nobody else gets you feeling this way. Distracting yourself from the things that you hate, the
constantly losing. I listen to music, but it is not soothing. It gives me contusions, refusing to choose that I am responsible for all of the booing. Hey, I feel like a stalker, I can't hack it. Somebody please get me off of this great racket. I feel involved at a loss with a straight ratchet. I see the fall and it calls for a straight jacket. It seems like in my city when I blew up, I became a screw up, and these snakes chew you up, and they might throw you under the bus, and they run and discuss everything that you wasn't. Hey, they tarnish your name to finish you. I harness the pain, they envy you. The carnage and flames I'm sending you. Regardless, my name is beautiful. I go through the tunnel, my mission to funnel the love. I run you and spun you in the right direction to come through. You come to a level of stardom, but end up disgruntled. Hey, but the life of me, I cannot figure why they are despising me. Is it my figures, and why do they lie on me? Is it I'm bigger inside of their mind, so they run with the lies? It's making me vulnerable. I sit at home all alone, and I'm zoning the music that got me furious, wanting to show that you do not deserve anything that I've done for you.
Called into the thing that I am. I can't look away, only you understand. I tried to deny that we'll crash in the end. We'll crash in the end, crash in the end. You begged me to go and begged me to stay, 'cause nobody else gets you feeling this way. Distracted yourself from the things that you hate, the things that you hate, things that you hate.
They slander my name and drag it through mud when I did nothing to them but show them love. Nobody here even knew who you was. Let's get this thing clear, I created your buzz. Allowed you to hop on my brand. I sold out theaters for you and your fam, and I put you on cam. Gave a hand while you stand in the trans. Posted them pictures all up on the ground. I see how the fake do, they hate you. These people ungrateful, they make you distasteful. They talking with hateful intentions, all up in they mentions. So I cut the grass, I see how the snakes move. Kept my mouth quiet through all of your fables. I don't respond 'cause you not at my table. Whoever side with you and willing and able can't kiss my ass from here to the navel. You think I waste energy thinking of you? You can't stop what I'm seeking to do. You can't knock what I'm speaking into. Watch you flop from that evil in you. You sweating and nervous, I'm feeling the hate. When they fishing, dog, you just give them bait. On they mission, not reeling the snake. Learn how to separate real from the fake. These phonies will post you in groups, twist and lying off to the truth. Giggling, laughing is something to do while you and your family feeling the blues. You people will never get close enough to me. Salute to the real ones, authentic, they knew me. They always got my back and make it their duty to silence the haters who waiting to boo me.
Called into the thing that I am. I can't look away, only you understand. I tried to deny that we'll crash in the end. We'll crash in the end, crash in the end. You begged me to go and then begged me to stay, 'cause nobody else gets you feeling this way. Distracted yourself from the things that you hate, the things that you hate, things that you hate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Things that I hate. Hey, yo, that was fire, G.
salute, appreciate it.
Super dope.
Crush them.
Let me know if you gonna have a remix. You know, girl on that.
Yeah, I got that.
Crush them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Look,
how
see how
was
the
you
fake
able
do? They hate you. These people are ungrateful. They make you distasteful.
to... How was your traction on that track? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you felt that track was received by your people?
Oh man, they loved it. Like the people who ride with me, they like, hey, the parts. They said they related to the parts where I was, you know what I'm saying? Salute to the people who felt the type of way people was coming to, was you talking about me on that track? Like, if I got to think about that means you must be talking behind my back. So yeah, man, but people loved it. They love my creativity. Like a lot of my, like, I guess recent videos from probably the past 2-3 years now, I started trying to be more creative, you know, with my shot selections, my scenes, the things I incorporate in my music video. Because, you know, we see so many people with 8 people standing behind them and they just rapping, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do something, you know, different with all my videos. So
I know that is absolutely different. It's absolutely something you can stand on your square on. You know what I mean? Because everybody, like you said, they got a bunch of cats jumping behind them, and it's a whole distraction away from the actual artist. You know what I'm saying? Like the you're trying to tell a story, especially you telling a story.
Yeah.
So
I got the straight jacket on with the mask, like they driving me crazy. These people trying to drive me crazy.
Right.
Like I'm in it.
I don't need cats jumping and bumping into me and all that. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just want to let you know, man, that was some beautiful shit we just looked at, man. You know what I mean? I was trying not to curse,
Go
but
ahead and cut, man.
shit, I can't. Hey, this is
Go ahead.
my show. I can do what I want.
That's
But
right.
listen, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we got elders watching the podcast and all that, and my mama's still around, and she be like, "Boy, what I tell you about?"
Watch your mouth with some soap.
Watch your mouth, boy. You know what I mean and stuff. I taught you better than that. You can talk without, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've been doing music, you've been into the film, the writing, and all of that stuff. Explain about your podcast.
Yep.
The podcast you have going on.
Oh yeah. So I got a couple of them, but one I do every Monday night. It's called Uncensored the Conversation podcast. I got a panel. Shout out to my girl Stacey White. I got my homie Tabitha Shantae, my homie Tara Michelle, Ricky, Wayne, and my boy Deshaun. That's my panel, and what we do, no filter. We don't hold nothing back. We talk about topics that people be afraid to talk about, sweep under the rug: mental illness, suicide, relationships, all that type
That's
of
why it's called Uncensored, huh?
Uncensored, yes, uncensored the conversation. And then we do a segment, which we finna do our segment Monday. We do our favorite segment that everybody love, Battle of the Sexes, the women against the men. So we be having heavy debate topics about relationship, gold diggers, all this type of stuff. So yeah, that's one. And then I got my other podcast. It's called Listen to Lacey. Well, I made that into two now. I got my Listen to Lacey podcast where I interview people, and then I got my Pull Up the Curtain with G Souldier podcast where I interview a lot of celebrities.
And you've interviewed quite a few. Jennifer Lewis, I know you've done, and Kid and Play from Play. So you salute to you.
But I'm right, man. And then what's crazy is like I'm still like, these people love my energy, so they still hit me up. I'm still be cool with them and everything. So.
And that's the thing. It's all about building a relationship,
Right.
even with these celebrities and different things like that, because it gets you in.
It's actually big. It's the relationships is what counts. You know what I'm saying? Because when you've been doing it for a minute, they gotta like something that they see about you. Your energy gotta kind of shine through. You know what I'm saying? And just sitting here interviewing you, in my head I'm thinking, yo, he seemed like a pretty live cat. You know what I'm saying? He's smiling. His energy is there.
I love
he always. I mean, it was. I take that as pure positivity. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't see that. Like, it don't shine through. You know what I mean? And I just want to say salute to you, man, because shit, a lot of us can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
You only live once, man. I have built my life now to just enjoy life. I'm happy. I'm in peace. I'm my own boss.
Yeah.
And it's good to see somebody back home, back in St. Louis, actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I left, and I'm in AZ now, so and
hey man, look, God has blessed me tremendous, man. I can do whatever I want when I want to. Like, I'm finna go on a long vacation. End of this month for 8 days.
You should.
Yeah.
Go kick your feet up.
Blessed. Yeah, I'm blessed. God has just been opening doors for me, and I feel blessed. For real.
No, that's an absolute blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? There's very few of us, man. So people look at us and they think that it's easier what we did, you know what I'm saying, or what we do. But what they don't understand is the work that we put in to get it done. Like we are constantly working. We are constantly at it. And they don't get that. Like the average person,
they think it's easy.
I tell some people.
Let me say this. I understand now when I watched that Chris Rock special. He was like, well, you got a regular job, it's too much time. He said, well, you have a career about, it's not enough time in the day. And that is so true.
Right. Because, I tell a lot of cats, I do more by 1 o'clock in the afternoon than you do all week, man.
Facts.
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 It ain't no days off. Constant work.
You know what I mean? Like I just, some days you just, it just keep coming. You know what I'm saying? And
there are
9 to 5. Ain't no cut off point. Ain't no, I'm finna get off at 5 o'clock.
There are no days off in a day. Okay? No days off.
Right. So G, baby, what's the next projects? What you got coming up?
man.
Tell
So
us, man, line it up for us, man. I know it's hard to keep up. You got a bunch of shit happening,
yeah. Okay, hold on.
but
Let me see
line
what
it up as best you can, man.
all right, so about to direct this documentary. I think it's gonna be for HBO about bullying. So we finna travel to 5 different cities, starting. I think is that next month, either March or April. I forgot the date, but we're gonna travel to 5 different cities, and we're interviewing the parents of children who committed suicide from bullying. So we're gonna be
Wow,
the parents, the
that's gonna be
teachers.
deep.
Yeah, the teachers. We're interviewing actual bullies also. So I'm doing that. I got a stage play that I'm doing. It's called "Once a Cheetah, Always a Cheetah." So
Okay.
do that. Um, I
Don't
got,
forget to hit me up for that.
I got,
Being
I
a play.
I'm doing I put a feature on my homie. Her name Theta Rock. She just released her single. It's called the P word, P in waiting. So she want me to feature on that. So I feel do a feature. It's a hot dope song. So she finna put a rap on there. But I'm also working on my own singles. My first single is called Broken Record. So that's kind of like about two people in a relationships where they keep going in circles, arguing, then they back together, arguing back and forth like a broken record. So that's gonna be a powerful song. I got my homegirl Paige. I've been rocking with her for years and years. So
Okay.
anytime I feel I got a hit, I hit her up. So I ain't talked to her in a couple years. I'm like, Paige, it's time up in this. So I'm doing that. I got a single with my homeboy Jason Little called "Cut
Okay.
These Niggas Off" or whatever. So that's like cutting haters off, the people who negative in your life.
Gotta shut them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're my 2 singles. I'm working on some other stuff, but those my music things. As far as my film, hopefully this year, everybody been waiting for me to do my big feature film. Hopefully we start shooting this year. It's a comedy. It's called Food Stamps and WIC Vouchers. So
Okay.
Okay.
it's gonna be like St. Louis, like Friday, but
Sound
for
like it's
St.
gonna be
Louis.
funny.
All original jokes you've never seen. It's so funny as I've been writing it. I've been like, oh man, this is funny. So yeah, food stamps and WIC vouchers. And man, you know me, I got most celebrities lined up for interviews. That's gonna shock you out, man.
Okay.
I'm out here grinding, working. I got much
Hey
money.
I
man,
see you, man. I
hey
see
man, shit. Hey, it make me feel good to hear you doing the work that you doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I
Appreciate it.
mean, for real, real. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
Like I'm one of those man that spread the love, baby. You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it. Hey, man,
And I already kind of know. Look, once the door cracked, you know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, oh,
Listen,
come on.
you know what I mean? Like
Come
we
on,
all coming through the
we
door,
made
baby.
it. But let me tell you how great God is. So last year, you know, I love The Wire is my favorite TV show, right? So I love The Wire so much. So it was their 20th anniversary. So I was like, I want to interview somebody from The Wire. So, I was trying to seek them out, found. So I found somebody, I found the manager of one of the actors, and she was like, he's gonna be on. She was like, oh yeah, he'll do it. He'll be on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Right. So Tuesday came, I waited for an hour. He ain't never show up for the interview, and it was the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Wow.
So look, let me tell you. So
you.
I waited an hour. He ain't show up. I went and got something to eat, and I hit the manager back. She was like, how did the interview go? I said, he ain't never show up. And she was like, what? Hold on, this is unacceptable. So she hit him up. She was like, he'll be on in 5 minutes. I was like, cool. So he came on, did the interview. It was great. And the manager was like, hit me up after the interview, and she sent me her cell number or whatever. So I called her. She was like, I want to apologize. I was like, oh, it's okay. I was like, it's okay. We got it done. She was like, nah, it's okay to say stuff ain't okay sometimes. She was asking me what I did. I told her. She was like, send me your stuff. So I sent her my film, music, and she hit me back the next day. She was like, you are amazing. She was like, it's really hard to impress me. And she was like, all your stuff is great. She was like, I want to take you on as a client. So ever since then, I got managers, publicists, all
Yeah.
types of things. Doors been opening up to.
See, ain't that
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
Yeah.
And you still
the
ended up
grinding for me.
snagging
Yeah.
Yeah.
it.
Cause once the door cracked, baby, you never know what's
Yeah.
gonna come
So
through. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Just
open it up. I'm
just
telling
open it up,
you.
push it wide open. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
once because
yeah.
the force that you coming with is gonna push that door open anyway.
And you
You know
just
what I'm
never
saying?
know, like the way you think it is. Look how that happened. Like that was something that
Mhm.
looked like was supposed to be bad, and God turned that out. So just imagine if the interview would have went great. I never would have got my manager, my publicist, my
Right,
lawyers,
right,
nothing.
Mhm.
right.
You just never
Yeah, that's
know.
real
Just
stuff
put
right there,
yourself
baby.
out there and God will open that door for you. I strongly
Yeah.
believe in that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep. You got to ask him the question.
Okay, well,
Like,
shit, he's so accomplished, but I'm asking him. You know what I'm saying? And he's done so much, so I'm gonna have to craft this just
I
right.
already
You know
know
what
who
I
it
mean?
is, but go on.
All right, so we're gonna ask the question in the music aspect
Okay.
of your life.
Okay.
If you had an opportunity to perform with an artist,
Mhm.
dead or alive,
Mhm.
past or present, who would that artist be and why?
Everybody already know this. Who don't be know this question? My boy Eminem up in there.
I already knew it.
Eminem, because I think he is the greatest rapper alive or dead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I done had heavy debates with people about it. Oh, he white. I be like, what does that mean?
Right.
Like, Eminem, man, when he came out, just his storytelling, just like with Stan, and just like I said previously, the way he blends with the beat, sound, rhyme, his topics, bending words. I just think even to this day he cares about the music. Right now we got a lot of artists who don't care. They just go in the studio on that block, nigga. What? Show it. Smoke
Yeah.
it. You know, it's just
Not good.
he's just a lyrical mastermind genius. He focuses on every word. And if you listen to my music, you can see I took those
Absolutely.
lessons and
Story, wordplay.
And it's funny that you say that because when I was watching the video and the straight jacket and the whole movie, I swear to God, the first thing popped in my head was Eminem, and I was like, I didn't even think about it until just now when you said it. You know what I mean? Like, but that was the first thought that popped in my head was like, yo, this is some kind of like some Eminem type of thought process going on over here. You know what I mean?
So that's why I would love, and I'm gonna meet him one day. I'm manifested it. You know?
Yeah, it's gonna happen, baby. It's gonna happen.
Wow.
Once you put it in the universe, it's bound to happen. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hey, man. So you got something more to say?
Good interview, man. We appreciate you, man.
No question.
And I'm so proud of you, G, man. Keep going and keep rising in St. Louis, you know, and keep evolving, keep expanding. Proud of you, man.
Hey, man, when you send that music, over here, let me just say this, man. When you send that music over here to Media Made, we gonna bang it on the radio station and on the app. Listen, when you send one of them videos or one of them films that you done, we gonna bang it on Media Made TV.
We got a TV app
because we got TV apps going on over here too. We got our own platform happening. You know what I'm saying?
Successful. Look at y'all. Look at Zay. So
independently.
So you know, a lot of cats when people be telling the story, and they be coming at us and all that, we be like looking at them and going, "You ain't really seen what we doing yet." You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
And not only that, we come with the hottest. We don't just be putting white people on.
Right. You gotta be established. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make the cut. You know what I'm saying? So G Souldier, baby, it was beautiful, man, that you had an opportunity to come out, man, spend some time with us. And let me just say this to you, man. Like I say to all my artists and all my people, man, may you be blessed in all the things that you do every day, man. And may you prosper in each and everything that you do, each and every day that you do it, my brother. You heard?
I appreciate you. Yeah, let me say this before I forget. I'm also working on a documentary for Christian Ferguson. Whoever don't know, that is the missing child that was here in St. Louis. Theta. I'm working with her, and we about to do this big documentary. His father they just charged him 20-some years later with the death of his son.
I saw that.
But man, salute to y'all too. I appreciate it.
Man.
Super quick before we get out of here too. Go ahead and plug all your social media platforms too. Let people know where they can follow you.
Look, on Facebook, it is Lacey G Souldier Turner. On everything else, Twitter, Instagram is G Souldier. You spell that with a U. It's like your soul. So it's GSOULDIER, G Souldier on every platform. Salute to everybody, my family, my friends, my girl. Salute to everybody who has supported me. And man, we just gonna rock Team Bars forever, man.
All right, G. We appreciate you, man.
Hey, G Souldier, man. Peace, my brother, and continue on doing the things that you're doing, Black. You heard?
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
No doubt, baby. Peace.
See y'all later.